Yo, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is LionHeartZ, and today we're going to be talking about the best eco weapon in CS2 that you aren't using. The reality is, unless you're a god and you are 13-0 in every game, you're going to have to eco, you're going to have to force buy at some point in your life, so having the best weapons at your disposal is the #1 way to win rounds you normally wouldn't be able to. So, if that interests you at all, make sure you guys take a second, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The majority of you who watch these videos are not in fact subscribed, and it helps out immensely in the YouTube algorithm, so make sure you do it. And while you're down there, make sure you check me out on my Twitch channel. I stream CS2 every single night, starting between 8 and 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out, have fun, see some of the highlights get hit live, and other than that, let's get right into the video. Now obviously, economy management is one of the most important skills at getting better at Counter-Strike, and while you may think it's viable to just force buy every single round in my games, I need you guys to stop it and think about the broader picture. Managing your economy, especially on the CT side, is one of the most important skills in the game, so you have to know and pick and choose when you want to invest in a round where you can't make a full buy. These force buy rounds are pivotal points where you can try and take back crucial momentum in a situation where you can't fully invest like you normally would. So it's very important that we take weapons that can be versatile and effective in these situations where you can't have the AKs, the M4s, and the Ops. Now there are a lot of good options in that regard. The MAC-10 and the MP9 are great, shotguns are incredible right now in CS2. If you're someone who knows how to aim, the Deagle is the versatile threat it's always been. But out of all of these weapons, by far the best one, and the one I go back to over and over again, is the Mp7. The Mp7 kind of brings the best aspects of a lot of these weapons together into one package, and it's still powerful enough to hang with full bot players that you're going to be running into. The name of the game here is versatility. The Mp7 is the most versatile of the eco weapons available to us because it doesn't have a lot of the inherent drawbacks or situational requirements that our other options may have. You see, shotguns are range limited, so they're hard to use on the T side and require good positioning on the CT side. And while shotguns are incredibly good right now, it's very easy for your opponents to sit back, bait you out, and punish you for using them. If we look at the other SMGs, the P90 can be too expensive, the Bison is useless, and the MP9 and MAC-10 are great, but they have much severe recoil, so they are actually range limited, and their damage fall off is an absolute cliff. And then you have options like the Scout and the Deagle, which are incredibly precise and deadly in the right hands, but the vast majority of players are going to struggle to get the most use out of them. The Mp7 is easy to use, good at medium and short ranges, has great damage fall off, and is still cheap enough compared to something like the P90, where you can get a lot of full buys in situations where you wouldn't otherwise. And by full buy, I mean armor, max nades, kits on CT. To put into perspective the differences in accuracy, here's a side-by-side comparison spraying the Mp7 at close range. Followed by the MAC-10. And then the MP9. You can see the differences in bloom, spread, and severity of recoil when you compare these three SMGs side by side. Again, the MAC-10 and the MP9 are incredible, and I love buying them, especially right after a pistol round. But if it's the middle of the game, and I need to buy up with my teammates who are trying to get one more force buyout, the Mp7 is going to hang a lot better because I can sit back further than the MAC-10 or the MP9 and play picks more like you would with a rifle. And because it's still an SMG, it comes with that inherent higher running accuracy, that ability to run a gun, I can get up in people's faces, I have a lot of options at my disposal, which again, just comes back to the name of the game here, and that's versatility. Real quick, editor's note, I did all the footage and testing with the MP5 as well before I recorded this commentary, and during the commentary, I just forgot to talk about the MP5 because honestly, that's how forgettable it is. It's easily right next to the Bison and it's probably the worst SMG in the game, and that's despite me in previous videos talking about how much I actually really like the MP5. And I really do. I think that silencer on T side is actually really cool in certain situations, but at the end of the day, when the stats come down to it, The MP5 is just worse than the other SMGs. Its damage fall off is worse, its headshot damage is worse, its reload is worse, its rate of fire is worse. It's nowhere near as good as the MP5, MAC-10, MP9, P90. I'd rather use a shotgun over it. It is just not a good SMG, and I hope to God Valve buffs it, because it looks cool, it sounds cool, but it's shooting wet paper bullets right now, and it's just not worth your time. So even though I did the recoil comparisons, and MP5 is super accurate, really easy to control, just doesn't matter when it takes 1,000 bullets to kill somebody. So MP5 is trash. Don't use it. I take it back. As much as I want to use it, it's just not worth your time. Anyways, back to the commentary. Let's explore the strengths of the MP7 a little deeper, a thought experiment, if you will. Now, imagine a world where in CS2, there was this huge problem where the economy for the CTs was so bad that it feels like you're being bludgeoned with a heavy object every single time you quick spend when it comes to your full buy rounds, while comparatively, the Ts pretty much never have to save more than one round at a time, can always full buy, have the Gleel as a backup, and have a much stronger base economy. I know, weird hypothetical, but just follow me. Let's also further accept that Valve, for whatever reason, seemed to not care that this is a massive fucking flaw with the game that's been around forever now, like, I think over 2 years, going back into CSGO, and this is just the current state of the game, and MR12 has exacerbated it, and now if you lose pistol on CT, you're in this downward spiral where you're trying to establish your first full buy of the half, and it's either you buy on round 3 with very limited funds and you can't have everything you want, or you double save, give the Ts a 4-round lead, and then if you lose that 4th round, guess what? You're still fucked. What do you do in this situation? Well, that's where the MP7 is really, really nice, because on average, you're going to come into round 3 after a pistol round loss on CT with between $3,900 and $4,200 on average, and that lets you buy MP7, full armor, all the nades, and a kit pretty much every time, and that's incredible. And consider the broader context of this buy, right? This is the 3rd or 4th round. Ts might still have some of their economy weapons, like their MAC-10s, their own MP7s, some shotguns, whatever, might get a little crazy. They're not all going to be AK armor, so you're not that far behind in terms of relative firepower. So now you're able to take all the utility that you need on CT side, while not sacrificing onto a weaker weapon. The MP7 still carries very well. That's the brilliance of it. Like, I'm not joking, it's happening at least 3 times a game, especially if we're not doing that well, we're kind of losing. Where on the CT side, I'm doing these MP7 force buys to keep up with my teammates. It gives us more chances to hold momentum and not have to save as often, and that's the big luxury that the T-side economy has, that ability to say we don't need to save. Alright, we've gabbed on enough here, let's get to some examples, because I think this will better show what I'm trying to get across here. Now, we're on Ancient, it's 8-6 on the CT side, and we just lost the previous round. Now take a look at our money. This is not enough for a full buy with M4s, kit, armor, and all the nades you would want on Ancient's CT side. So we're in a difficult situation. It's a lot of money. We could do like a half buy or an eco round or save, but consider the scoreline. It's a close game. We give the Ts another round to establish economy, get stronger on their side, it closes the gap even more, and it's a 1-round game. And what have we really accomplished? So opting for a force buy here is actually pretty nice, because if you win, it's going to put more pressure on the T-side economy and all that, and you're going to be able to snowball some economy yourself. So what can we do here? Well, at $4,400 for myself, I can't afford M4A1S, armor, and all the nades that I would want. So I'm going to opt for the MP7, full nades, and I probably should have bought a kit, but I chose to save the $500. It's neither here nor there. Small error, but it doesn't end up mattering in the long run. The important part is I get full nades, armor, and a gun that's going to be good enough, especially for where I'm playing, which is the B site. Now the round's going to start here. I'm going to throw a mid-smoke for my teammates. Then I'm going to end up B solo, which is kind of a mistake in communication. There's supposed to be one more player with me. But since I have my nades, I can Molotov B long, I can nade it, and coincidentally, they're going to rush B this round. I'm going to peek with the MP7, get a double, get the 3rd assist off of a TK, and I've hurt another one with that utility that I wouldn't have had otherwise, and gives my teammates a 4v2 to retake the bomb site together. Long story short, Furley's going to put a fart emote down because it's kind of funny, but we're going to win this round, and it's in large part due to the fact that I had utility to back myself up with that MP7 to do the damage I need to do against the T side. Even though I was solo, we made it work. I got 2 kills and 2 assists, which is huge. Set up my teammates for the win, and we did it all on a budget.
In the smoke, in the smoke.
One's in that smoke. He's in that smoke.
On it.
And for our final example today, coincidentally also a close game on the second half on the CT side of Ancient, where we're holding on to a slim lead and slim economy. I swear that wasn't intentional, it's just kind of how it worked out that way. Kind of weird, but let's move on. We're actually coming off of a save round win, where our teammate managed to get an insane ninja defuse, and now we're following up. Our economy is still wrecked, but we just won the round, so we have to buy up. As you can see here, it's not exactly the strongest buy you've ever seen, and me, Justin, and Verly have all opted for MP7s so that we can get the utility we need to hold these angles on Ancient. Because if you haven't played much Ancient, you need your Molotovs, you need your smokes, and you need your grenades on the CT to make sure the Ts don't just push for map control inside of 5 seconds of the round. You absolutely can't sacrifice utility on this map at a certain point when you start playing better players. So that's where the MP7 buy comes in. We get the nades we need. We're going to go ahead and start the round. I'm going to smoke mid, and I'm going to go towards the B site. So this round is about taking advantage of the aggressive aspect of SMGs. I'm going to push straight into the caves and take some proactive map control, because I know my teammates are pushing up mid and I have to back them up. I'm going to walk here to not give away the sound cue. I'm going to take the peek. I'm going to find the first kill on a guy lit. I'm going to swing out cave. I'm actually going to be able to find the double. So already, value gun. $1,500, I've taken out 2 AKs. I'm going to grab an AK here because I want to upgrade. But Furley needs a weapon in mid, so in a few seconds I'm actually going to toss it down to him. And now, going back for the MP7, and we're kind of in like yada yada time. This round's going to draw out here. One of the enemies is going to get a double kill, put it into a 2v1, and we're going to speed up to me and my teammate retaking the bomb site to try and clutch out the round. I re-picked up an AK along the way, and now I'm flanking when my teammate pitches from CT. I'm walking. I probably should be running at this point, but I'm going to get there now that we know where the guy is. I'm going to pinch from behind, throw this nade, and even though I'm going to whiff these shots, it doesn't matter, because now the T is distracted, my teammate swings, gets the trade, and that's the round win. And that's pretty much all I got to say. The MP7 is one of the most versatile and underrated weapons in the game, and it's going to help you climb the ladder more effectively. These are the things you got to take advantage of, these small pockets, these small bits of information, these small advantages, because that's going to help you make up gaps that you can't fill otherwise. You may not be better than every player you face in terms of raw ability, but you can always outsmart and outmaneuver somebody if you have information that they don't. And finding ways to win rounds that you otherwise would have had to save on is key to winning at the highest level. So make sure you guys take advantage of it. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And catch me on Twitch, where I stream every night starting at 8 or 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every night playing CS2. Come check me out. You guys have a wonderful night, wonderful New Year's. Thank you for all the support this year. 2024 is going to be our year. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.